Hi friends, my name is Jenna and I went to Japan during the coronavirus. It's probably one of the most stressful things I have ever had to do in my life, but I am so thankful for the experience that I was able to have there. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I chose Japan because 3 years ago I had an amazing roommate named Yurikako, who was from Japan, and before she left back home, me and her made a plan to go to Disneyland in Tokyo. Although we did not go to Tokyo Disneyland because it was closed, I did have the time of my life, and I wouldn't change a single part of the journey at all. The weeks leading up to the trip, I became really nervous. I'm not gonna lie. It became a level 2 travel advisory, traveling to Japan, and a lot of my coworkers at work were saying it's a bad idea, don't go. And I was like, I don't know, I have to. I've been saving for this for 3 years. Every exam I took in college, I would tell myself, you can make it, you just need to get through this because you're going to Japan. And so after all of that leading up to it, I had to go, regardless of if I was going to get stuck there or not. I had to go to Japan. Our travel day started off with a lot of ominous signs, let me tell you. It was March 13th, and we had woken up to all of these news articles about colleges across the country were canceling their semesters. MLB postponed their season. Disneyland was closed. Disney World was closed. Travel to Europe was banned. And so that was obviously like a shock. It was 3 a.m. I did not have my coffee yet, and I'm hearing all of this stuff about things closing right before I'm about to get on a plane to go to Japan. And so I woke up at 3 a.m. with the intention of leaving at 3:30. I wake up my brother at 3:30, and he just starts packing. Thanks, Jake. Obviously, we're running behind. My dad races to the airport. We get there, and there are, the signs are all different from when I last had gone to the airport. Everything was really confusing. There was duct tape over certain things, and so we were like, okay, just go to this terminal. This is what's on our ticket, right? That terminal is closed down. There's nobody there. There's locks on the doors. And so I'm freaking out at this point, but I'm trying to maintain my composure. We get to United, we get everything figured out, we get a new ticket, and I'm starting to settle down, right? I got my ticket, everything's gonna be fine. I look down at my ticket. My plane leaves 45 minutes earlier than my 45 minutes. And so we're mad running to the TSA. It's packed because people are trying to get out of the country. They're freaking out. They're trying to get home, right? Somehow, by the grace of God, we make it through TSA really quickly. And so we ended up making our flight to San Francisco. 10 minutes into our flight, somebody has a medical emergency, and luckily 2 doctors were on the plane, and they were amazing at handling the situation. Yeah, so there were a lot of ominous signs for this trip. When we landed in Tokyo, we were greeted by snow in March. And so after we got off the plane, our first cultural experience was the bathrooms. Man, let me tell you, I have no idea to this day what most of those buttons mean on the bidet. It's one of those experiences where you have to try it at least once. I don't think I could ever get used to that experience. So that was like a try once and I'm done. The immigration experience was actually really, really smooth. We had to go through like this section where they took our temperatures, asked us where we were going, got down all of our information, decontaminated our shoes, and even after all of that, it really didn't take that long. After all of that, and 3 long years, I was finally reunited with my sister. We walked around the airport to kind of get adjusted to the culture, and there was a lot of really cool things in that airport. Haneda Airport honestly does a great job of adjusting you to the culture, to the signage that you'll see around Tokyo. One of the really cool things that I saw first at the airport and then all over in the temples of Japan were these little wooden signs that you would write your wishes on, and then you would hang them up so that the gods could take and fulfill them. And so that was really cool seeing that first day. After the airport, we ended up checking into our Best Western in Nishikase. And that was like right there on the bay next to Disney, which hurt my heart, but it was fun. We strolled through all the alleys of stacked shops and supermarkets, all while it was snowing. It was really beautiful. After strolling around for a little bit, we went to Gyokaku. We tried duck and raw egg sauce.
目張りしないしちゃダメってなってじゃだから彼女は渋滞地とレネチョウが違いだからその時にも何も
I'm gonna take a video too.
After the longest travel day ever, we took probably the best sleep of our lives, and that was the start of a week that would be life-changing.
I'm taking off, you might say I'm all in, I'm all in. I'll send a postcard from the sky. My calling, my calling.